Hey guys, welcome back once again. In this video, I am going to show you how to perform CRUD operation with JSON server in material table with validation. Alright, as you can see here, I have a simple table and you might have noticed at the top right corner, I have a add icon. So let me click on this, and here as you can see, all fields are required. And unless I am not filling all the fields, I cannot able to click on this save button. Okay, so here let me fill this one. So Nirja okay, so now as you can see, this button got enabled, and let me click on this, and here our data got saved. Okay, so now if I refresh here, I will get both record because I have saved those record into the JSON server. So as you can see here, we have this action button, and first is the edit, second is the delete. So now let's click on edit, and here as you can see, we can edit a whole row. Suppose I am trying to not to provide any of the column, it is gonna to show me this validation that it is required field. So last value was here 2015, so now I will provide 2020. Okay, and now let me click on save, and here as you can see, the year has been changed. Okay, so now let me click on this delete, and here it's asking for confirmation, so I confirmed, and here as you can see, we don't have that row anymore. Okay, so we have handled CRUD operation with validation using JSON server in material table. So let's jump to the VS Code and implement this in material table. Okay guys, so let's go to the SRC and open here app.js. Okay, and here as you can see, I am rendering this to heading, and here I have this material table, and to this material table I am passing three props. First is the title, and here is the column definition, and this column definition is coming from here, which one already I have hard coded. And last one is the data, and this data is coming from the state, and this state has been created by using useState. So here as you can see, I have a single record. So now let's come to the UI, and this is how our table is looking right now. Okay, so now in order to perform CRUD operation, we need a fake API. So let's create a fake API by using JSON server. So for that, here let's go to the JSON server. Okay, so type here JSON server, and let's go to the first link here, npm. So here we can have a look on the documentation. So scroll down and let's go to the getting started here as you can see, and according to them, install JSON server. So first we have to install this JSON server to our project, and after that we have to create a db.json file, and we have to put some data inside. Okay, and after that again we have to execute another command that is called JSON server watch db.json. Okay, so once we will do this, our server will start running. So JSON server have made our work very easy, means very easily we can create a fake API. So let's come back here and create a folder here, and let's call it as server. And now here open a new terminal, and from here let's get into that folder. So cd server. So now we have to create a node project. So for that, here npm init and pass here flag as a yes. So it will create a new node project with packet.json. So now as you can see, it has been done, and here we have this packet.json. So first task what we have to do is we have to install this JSON server. So let's do this here. npm install JSON server. Okay, and after that here we have to create a db.json. So let's create this file inside a server. So db.json, and here we have to create some data. So now here curly bracket, and here we have to provide the object name. So let's call it as a students. Okay, and here this is gonna to be a array, means the multiple record of a student gonna to be there. So array, and here a single student. So from the app.js, let's copy this data. Okay, and let's paste it here. Name have to be in double quote. So email, this is the year, and here P. So here as you can see I have a single data. Now the third and last step is we have to execute this command JSON server, and we have to pass this flag watch db.json. So what we will do is we will go to this packet.json, and here we will add a script. So here what I will call it as a start script. Okay, and I want to execute a command that is called JSON server, and here I will pass this as a watch. Okay, db.json. So I want to run this server on different port. So for that here port, and I will provide here port number 4000. Okay, so now save it. So now let's start the server. So for that here npm start, and once we will hit enter, this start is gonna to execute this command basically. And here as you can see our resource is running on this port. Okay, so let's come to the browser, and here search for localhost 4000. Okay, and hit enter. So here as you can see we have these resources, and inside that we have students, and it's saying I have a single record here. So let me click on this. Now as you can see we have name, email ID, year, and fee. So now let's add a ID to this data. So for that here db.json, and here ID comma 1. Okay, so now here ID value is 1, and let's come back here, and now let me refresh. So here as you can see we are getting ID. So now let's perform all the operation by using Postman. So open this Postman. Okay, and here cancel this and cancel this one as well. Okay, so let me close all this. So here we have to type our URL. So that is called localhost 4000, and here I have to pass here students. So students. So I clicked here, and now as you can see I got this record right now. Okay, so now what if I want to add a new record? So for that here let me copy this record. Okay, and from here we have to select a method called post, and let's come to the header, and here we have to provide content type, and that content type have to be in JSON. So here application JSON. So now let's come to the body, and here raw, and here we have to provide a new object. So which one we want to create? So here remove this ID, because ID will be generated automatically, and this name, so I will call it as Neeraj. Okay, and here Neeraj 34, and I did some changes. So now let me click on this send, and here as you can see below I got this record, the same record, and now here let me execute the previous record here. So here now as you can see I started getting 2 record. So if I come to here db.json, now I can see here I have 2 record here. Okay, so now what if I want to update a row? Okay, so for that here let's pass method as a put, and we have to pass id as well. So here 1, and now let's come to the header, and here the content type is gonna to be JSON, so application JSON, and in body here we have to select this raw and we have to pass our data. So here we don't need to pass this id, and here we can pass the name. If you want to change here something, so here I want to make it as a 25. So now I did that, and let me hit here send. So now as you can see here I got this record updated one. So now let me execute the get here, and here as you can see this is the id 1, and now year is 25. Previously it was 23 only. Okay, so this is how we can update the data. So now for the deletion we have to select a method that is called delete. Okay, and from here we have to pass the id. So here 1, and in this case we don't have to pass any body URL. So now let me click on this send. Okay, and here as you can see in result I got this empty, and here a status is 200. So now here come to the get, and let me click on this send, and here as you can see we don't have id number 1 record anymore, and here too as you can see we don't have id 1 record. That means we have deleted that record successfully. We have to handle all these operations by our material table. So let's close this and let's come to the app.js. Okay, so let me close this packet.json and db.json. So here we have hard coded this value, so let me remove this value and pass here empty array. Okay, so now here I will write a function which is gonna to make a API call. So for that here const, and I will call it as get students. Okay, and here this is not gonna to take any parameter. Okay, and here I will use fetch, and I need to pass a URL. Okay, so here what I will do is I will hard code this URL at the top. So URL, and from here I will copy this URL and paste it here. Okay, so now here dot then, because this is gonna to return me a promise, and here I will get a response, and I will convert this response into JSON. So once the response got converted here, what I will do is I will again resolve the promise, and I will get the JSON here, and I am gonna to update this state here. So I will write set data and this response. So whatever the response I will get, I have gonna to update my state. So now here the get student function is gonna to make a call to this URL API, and once I will get the data, this is gonna to update the state here. So now we have to call this function. So for that here I will define a hook, and that is called use effect hook. So here use effect. Okay, and this is gonna to take a callback function as a first parameter, and second parameter is gonna to be a array of dependency. So here I will pass as a empty array. That means only for the first time I want to execute this one. So here I will call get students. Okay, so now save it, and let's come back to the UI. So now as you can see it's got failed. So let's come here, and as you can see here we haven't added here HTTP. So here HTTP, okay, and /. So now save it, and let's come back here. So now as you can see we got this data Neeraj, and here we have Neeraj 34, and we have this fee. Okay, and this is the same data what we have in db.json, as you can see here. So right now we are started getting data from our API. So now what we have to do is we have to add a new row. So for that, here let's come to the material table and add another one property here, that is called editable. And basically this editable is gonna to take a object, so equal object here, and here I have to pass some props on row add, and this on row add is gonna to take a callback function which is gonna to return a promise call, and here bracket, and as you can see this is gonna to give me a parameter, and that is called new data. So new data, and here I will return a new promise. Okay, and this promise is gonna to take a callback function, so here callback function, and here this is gonna to give me two parameter. First is called resolve and second is reject. So here we have to write a logic to add a new data. So basically we will make here API call. So here backend call. Okay, so now here let's do the console log to this new data whatever we will get. So new data, now save it, and let's come back here, and now as you can see on the top right corner here I have this action button add. So now on click of this here I got this row added here. Okay, so now let's do the right click and go to the inspect and select here console, and now let's provide some value and hit here on save. So now as you can see here, whatever the record we have filled, means the data what we filled here, we got all the data here. So name, so here as you can see the name is Vikas Kumar, and here, so basically here in new data I will be getting the new row information. We want to get this action button on the right side. So for that here we have to pass a extra property to these options. Okay, and that is called action column index. So here action column index, so default value is 0, so here we have to provide -1. So now here let me click on this, and now as you can see we are started getting these action buttons on right side. So now what if I want to get this row at the top here? So for that here we have to add a extra property, and that is called add row position. So here add row position, default value of add row position is last, so we have to override this value with first. Okay, so first, now save it, and let's come back here. Okay, so now I clicked here on plus, and now as you can see here at the top I got this add a new row here. Okay, so now let's come back here, and now our task is to make a backend call. So for that here I will write fetch. Okay, and I am gonna to call this URL. So URL, and this URL already we have hard coded here at the top. So now here we have to pass second parameter as well, because we want to pass method as a post here. So here comma curly bracket, and I can pass here method and here post. Now we have to add our headers. So for that here headers, and this is gonna to be a object, and I can provide here content type, and here the content type is gonna to be application / JSON. Okay, and now the third parameter here I have to pass is data, so that is called here body. Okay, so here the new record we have to pass. So for that here we will pass here body, convert this data into a string. So for that here JSON dot stringify and here new data. Okay, so basically here what we are doing, here we passed URL. After that here in second parameter I am passing here method, and this is the header definition, and the last here this is the body, and here we are passing the payload as a string. So now here this is gonna to return me a promise. So let's resolve this promise. So then response, and let's convert this into the JSON, and again then, and here response, and let's do the console.log to this response. So now save it, and let's come back here, and let's do right click, go to the inspect, and from here let's select console. So let's click on this add, and here let's fill this form. Okay, so now let me hit here on OK, and now as you can see we got this record created here. ID is 3 because we haven't passed our ID. Okay, so now let me come to the db.json here, and let me show you. So here we have this db.json, and we have our new data here. As you can see it's keep loading, and here we don't have our data. So as of now let's refresh this page, and here as you can see we have our data. So that means here it's not getting automatically up to date. So now here instead of doing this console log to the response, we will call our function, and that function is getStudent. Okay, so here let's call this getStudents. Okay, so now save it, and let's come back here, and let's add a record, and here click on save. So now here as you can see this spinner is keep loading, but here our row got added as you can see. So here what I will do is, once I will get the response I have to resolve the promise. So for that here I will resolve the promise. So resolve as a function. So now let me click on here add, and here I selected the data, and now as you can see this row got added here. Okay, so let me show you in db.json. So here as you can see the new record 4, and this is the latest one 5. Okay, so now we are able to add a new row to the material table. It's time to handle the update. So let's come back here, and here another one property that is called on row update. So here on row update, and this is also gonna to take a callback function which is gonna to return a promise. So now here bracket, and as you can see it's saying it is gonna to give me 2 parameter, and that is called new data and old data. So here new data and old data. Okay, and here remaining thing I am gonna to return a promise. So promise, so let me copy from here and paste it here. Okay, so here we will make a API call. So before that here, while making API call we have to pass ID as well, and we will get ID in old data. So for that here I will write so plus old data dot ID. Okay, and here we have to add a forward slash as well. So for that forward slash plus again. Okay, so basically I am getting the URL whatever I have hard coded forward slash, and here the dynamic value of old ID. So now this is gonna to be a put call. So here put. Okay, and here we will pass our updated data. So once the record got up to date, here we will make a call to this get student and we will resolve this promise. So now save it and let's come back here, and now as you can see we have this update icon. So here let me click on this, and here I want to add this year, so let me call it as 12 and here fee as something. Okay, and now let me click on this save. So here as you can see this got updated here. So here our record got up to date. So here let me come to the db.json and let me show you the year is 12 and fee is this much. So now we are able to update our record successfully. Let's implement the delete. So for that here let's come back to the app.js. Okay, and we have to add another one property here, and that is called on row delete. So here on row delete, and this is also gonna to take a callback function and gonna to return a promise call. So here old data, so old data and promise call. So I will copy the same thing from here and will paste it here. Okay, so now here we need to pass this old data and ID, that's fine, and from here we need to pass this method as a delete. So here delete. Okay, and now we don't need to pass body because we want to delete the data, so we will remove this line. Okay, so now save it and let's come back here. So now let me click on this delete. So here it's asking for confirmation, so I clicked here. Okay, and as you can see that row got deleted successfully. Right now we can see here 3 record. So here in db.json as you can see we have only 3 record here. Okay, so that means the delete is also working fine right now. So now we can create a student, update a student, and we can delete as well. Okay, so here let me click on this create and here and hit here enter. So this row got added here. Now if I want to change here this year, so I will write 45 and save. So as you can see this row got up to date, and now on click of this here I can delete the row and everything is working fine here. So now here let's come to the add and let's click on here save, and now as you can see we haven't passed anything but our row got added here, and this is happening because we haven't handled the validation. Okay, so now if I come to the db.json, here I can see we have ID only, we don't have other thing. So here we have to add another one property to this column definition, that is called validate. So here validate. So this validate is gonna to take a callback function and gonna to return a boolean value. If the value is true, that means we don't have any error. If value is false, that means we have some validation error. So here what I will do is, this is gonna to give me a row data. Okay, and from here I will check so whether the value of name is exist or not. So here row data dot name. Okay, and here I will check for undefined. Okay, so whether this value is undefined or not. So here if the value is undefined, here I will show a message that this is required, otherwise here return true. So now save it and let's come back here. Okay, Now let me click on this add. So here as you can see we got this required for the first time. So now let me start typing. I typed and I went back, and right now we don't have anything on this, but we don't have error as well. So for this here we have to write another one condition, and that is called OR, and here we have to check with the empty string. So I will copy this and we'll paste it here, and we'll check with your empty string. Okay, so whether the string is empty or not. If empty, show this message as a required, otherwise return here true. So now let me come back, and here I am getting this required, and I started typing here, and as you can see I don't have error, but right now I removed and I got this error again. So now let's handle the validation with other as well. So let's copy this and comma, paste it here, and here we have to pass email instead of name. Okay, so here as well. So now save it and let's come back. Okay, and here let me click on this add. So here as you can see all fields are mandatory. You might have noticed that the save icon is disabled here. So here, so now let me start filling. So Rahul @gmail.com, and year is 25th, and here let's define this fee. So now we have filled and all the value got satisfied here. That means we don't have any error, and here the save icon got enabled. So now let's save it here. Okay, so now our row got added as well. So for update here, let me click on this record, and here as you can see without providing year and fee I cannot update this record here because this save button is disabled. So let's provide this value, so 21, and provide fee as something and hit here on save. So now this got updated as well. So in this video we have seen how to perform a CRUD operation by using APIs. Okay, and we have also seen how to validate the material table. So if you want to learn more about the custom validation in material table, I have already uploaded that video, so you can check the description of this video, and I will recommend you to watch that video. Okay, so you can get the download link of this code in description of this video. So if you have any doubt you can ask me in comment section. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. If you like this content, do like, share and subscribe. See you in next video. Thanks for watching.